Okay, I'm sorry for the interruption. We're at the bottom of page 283. We have just created our email link. Alright, and we're going to right click here and bring up our pop-up menu. Okay? On the shortcut menu, we're going to click to remove the hyperlink that it automatically put in for us. Alright? The text is ordinary black again, and is no longer a link. Alright. Now then, at the top of page 284, we have another FYI. You can customize your autocorrect. When autocorrect changes a word, you can point to the corrected word to make the autocorrect symbol appear. When you point to the symbol, it changes to the autocorrect options button that's there in the screen. It's there on your page there. It shows what it'll look like on the screen. And you can click on that to instruct autocorrect to stop making that particular type of correction. Alright, for example, if autocorrect fixed the spelling of a word, the menu choices would be to change the text back to its original spelling or to stop automatically correcting that specific word. Okay? And it shows you that you can also go into your autocorrect dialog box, and you can deselect autocorrect options and review the list of misspelled words that will be automatically corrected, or add words that you frequently misspell to the list. Okay? The next section talks about inserting symbols. Alright, in the body of a letter in the first paragraph, click after the period at the end of the second sentence where it's got right there after the registered trademark. Alright, after the period at the end of the second sentence. And then press the space bar. Alright, do not type the period. Alright, to finish typing the word resume, you need to use the symbol dialog box. On the ribbon, click your Insert tab. Okay. In the symbols group, click the symbol button. Alright. Below the gallery that's there for frequently used ones, click More Symbols, and the Symbols dialog box will open. Alright, scroll through the list of symbols to see the types of symbols you can insert. Okay. So you can go through here and see all the different symbols that you can insert. Alright, we're going to go right here, and we're going to scroll down to see wingdings. Okay? The symbols change to display the symbols in the wingdings font. Click the Special Characters tab. I'm going to go right here. A list of special characters appear, including the paragraph symbol. Now you insert the correct character. I'll click the Symbols tab again. Click the Font arrow. Scroll to the top of the font list and click Normal Text. Okay. Click the Subset arrow. and choose Latin 1 supplement. Okay. Click the down scroll arrow 3 times to scroll the list 3 rows. Lowercase characters appear in the bottom row. In the last row of symbols, click the E with the accent character right here. This one, the one with it going leaning to the right. And then click Insert. Okay. I actually inserted it twice, so let me go down here and backspace one of them out. Alright. You'll have to close the dialog box to take control of the page again. Alright. Then we'll type the SUM. Again, we'll have to go to our symbols. The one we just used now appears in the first row of that symbols gallery of frequently used. In the gallery, click that symbol again. The gallery closes and the symbol is inserted into your document, and then type a period. The last sentence in the first paragraph is now, I've enclosed a copy of my resume. Click the blank paragraph at the end of the document. Type your name and then save the document. And type your name and not mine. Okay, and then you can hit Control S. You can do File, Save, or you can hit the Quick Save right here. There's several ways to save your document. You can either go to the File tab and choose Close, or you can use the X at the top to close the document out. Okay? Now, creating documents based on existing documents. When you create a new document, you can start with a new blank document, as you did just previously, or you can start with an existing one. Alright, so we're going to open and save copies with new names. So we're going to click, we're going to open Word back up. Alright, I'm going to go into a blank document. We're going to go to the File tab. We're in Backstage View. We're going to click, we're in Open. Alright, we're going to click Browse. I'm going to go to my Chapter 10 folder that's there on my desktop. You go to wherever you saved your items from in Blackboard. Okay. Alright. Like I said, the data files are loaded in Blackboard with the link to this assignment. You just have to click on them and save them to the computer. Right click on them, Save As, and save them to computer. Alright, now we're going to take this resume document and we're going to open it up. Okay. We're going to click the File tab and do a Save As. Okay, we're going to browse and make sure we put it back in that same folder. Okay. And we're going to change the name of this to Resume Final. Do not put spaces in file names. It's bad practice. Just don't do it. Do camel case like I just did. Camel case is where you start with a capital and then use lowercase, and when it changes to a different word, you use the capital to break up the next word. Okay. Change to Resume Final and hit Save. Notice the name up here at the top changes to Resume Final. Now we're going to open the Letter 2 documents. Go to File, go to Open. We're going to go back in that same folder and open up Letter 2. And we're going to save it as cover letter. So we're going to do a File, Save As, browse to our folder if we need to. Wherever you've been most recently is usually what opens up. And we're going to save this as cover letter. Okay. Notice the name of it changed as well. Alright, so now we're going to do some editing of text in an existing document. In the cover letter document, in the body of the letter, in the first sentence, in the first paragraph, click before the word from, but do not release the mouse. Alright. Okay. Drag across from the information on the website, I understand. And then hit release. The text you dragged across is now selected. Type capital L. The selected text is replaced with the character you just typed. Alright, so now we're going to edit that into Larry Cohen told me. Okay? First sentence now reads, Larry Cohen told me that you are looking for an assistant. Okay? Now we're going to talk about using drag and drop. Alright. Drag and drop means to select text and then drag the selected text to a new location and drop it there. Okay? So we're going to scroll the document until you see both the second paragraph in the body of the letter and the closing sincerely. Alright, so we're going to scroll down till we can see the second paragraph and the closing sincerely. In the body of the letter, move the pointer to the left of the first line of the second paragraph. Press and hold the mouse button. Let's see. Alright. Alright, I can't change my pointer with the mouse pad on my keyboard this way. With a regular mouse, you can press and hold. Pointer will change, and this whole first line would be highlighted. But here we want to select this first line of text. Okay. Alright, we're going to press and hold the mouse and drag and drop it. 4 lines in the second paragraph are selected, and then press and hold the mouse button. Point and select the text. Let's see. Alright, you want to select the whole second paragraph and move it to the bottom. Alright. Alright, if you will position your mouse, your pointer right here, and triple click, okay, it will select the whole paragraph. Okay, now with it selected, you want to drag it down to the closing. So hold your mouse down. You want to go right down here to sincerely. Look at the little way my pointer is and the little box down below it. Okay? I have dragged my pointer down, release your mouse, and it's moved that paragraph to the bottom right before your closing. Okay? Alright, in this third sentence in the first paragraph, we want to select Zisk Media Corporation. Okay? Alright. Select your text press and hold the control key, press and hold the mouse button, and then move the pointer slightly. The pointer changes to indicate that the text you are dragging is being copied instead of moved. Drag the selected text down to the beginning of the second paragraph in the body of the letter until the vertical indicator line appears between the words at and I, and release the mouse button. Alright, so we want to hold control and the mouse. Notice how my pointer has a plus where that little box is at there below the pointer. We want to take it here in between the I and at and release. Okay? That copied. Well, it didn't copy, did it? It moved it. Alright, it's supposed to create a copy. Alright, release the mouse and then release control. I released them both at the same time and it moved it. Okay. So keep your finger on control and release your mouse button to create a copy. Alright, in the second paragraph, click to the right of corporation and then type a comma. Alright, so here we want to type a comma. The beginning of the second paragraph is now at Zisk Media Corporation. I assists. Now we want to switch to another open document while this one is still active. Alright, on the ribbon, go to View. In the window group, click the Switch Windows button. The two open documents are listed on the menu. There's a check mark next to cover letter because it is the current document that you're viewing. Click Resume Final and it will open it in place of your letter. Okay? The next section starts talking about formatting your text. We're going to talk about changing the font and the font size. Alright, the font is the design of a set of characters. For example, Arial, Calibri, Times New Roman. Okay, your size is measured in points, which are units of measurement that are equal to 1/72 of an inch. Okay, text in a book is typically printed in 10 to 12 point type. The font size of this text is 10 points. On mine, it's actually 11, and the font size of the we're going to play around with some font sizes now. Okay, mine is actually 11. Right here is where it shows you your font size. Okay. So right there at his name where my cursor's blinking, we're at 11 points. We're going to press Control A. That selects everything in the document. That's a select all. Alright, on the Home tab in the font group, click the font arrow box right here. Okay, a list of available fonts appears. Scroll down the list and then click Century Gothic. Now, if you'll notice something here, as I scroll through these, you're getting a live change over here. It shows you what it would look like if you selected that font. Okay. Now then, we want to scroll down and find Century Gothic. Right here. Font gallery now closes, and my selected text has been changed. Okay. Click the font arrow box and click Calibri body. The selected text will be changed back to Calibri. Scroll down. Alright, we're changed back to Calibri. With all the text in the document still selected on the Home tab in the font group, look at the size. See that the size is 11 points. Okay, right beside Calibri it shows you that it's 11 points. On the Home tab in the font group, click the Decrease Font Size button. Right here you have increase and decrease font size. This is decrease, this is increase. We're going to decrease it to 10. It moves it by 1 point. Alright, click a blank area in your document to deselect all your text. In the fourth paragraph, double click qualifications. Okay? Press and hold the Control key. Let's see. And drag across education in the 9th paragraph. Okay. Then release the Control key. Qualifications and education are now both selected. In the font group, click the Increase Font Size button twice to make it 12 points. Okay? At the top of the document, select Brian T. Carter. Okay? On the Home tab in the font group, click the font size box arrow and change it to 20. Alright. Now we're going to change the font style. With Brian T. Carter still selected, press and hold the Control key. Use the mouse to select Qualifications and Education. Alright. The 3 non-sequential paragraphs are now selected. On the Home tab in the font group, click the Bold button. This button toggles bold on and off. Alright, you can select the Bold button here. That toggles bold on and off, or you can use Control B on your keyboard, and that also does it. And if you'll notice, once you hit Control B, that is grayed out again, showing it's selected. Okay? Scroll down so that you can see the first 2 paragraphs under Education. Okay? In the second line below the heading, select Magna Cum Laude. Okay? In the font group, click the Italic button. Also notice that there, when you hover, it shows you your keyboard shortcut is Control-I. Alright, we're going to make that italic. Scroll down a few more lines and then select the line that starts with Internship, Zisk Media Corporation, and format that line to bold. Okay. Changing text colors. To change the color of the text, we're going to select Qualifications and Education again. Alright. On the Home tab in the font group, click the Font Color button arrow. Right here, Font Color. We're going to click the arrow. In the Theme Color section in the first row, point to the orange color. Then the screen tip that appears identifies this as orange accent number 2. Right here. Okay? In the Theme Colors section in the first row, click the gray 50% accent 3 color using the screen tip to identify the color name. Then the selected headings are now gray. Okay, so gray 50% accent 3. line. So we're supposed to be first row, click gray 50% accent 3. There we are, right there. Click those and it turns those two words gray. Click a blank area of the document to deselect all text. Okay? Formatting your paragraphs. Paragraph spacing refers to the space that appears between paragraphs. Remember in Word, any text that ends with the paragraph mark symbol, these symbols right here, is a paragraph. So a paragraph can be a group of words that is many lines long, a single word, or even a blank line. Alright, so in which case the only character on the line will be the paragraph marker. Alright, paragraph spacing is measured in points. The default setting for paragraph spacing in Word is 0 points before each paragraph and 8 points after. To adjust paragraph spacing in Word, you use the before and after boxes in the spacing section in the paragraph group on the Layout tab. Alright, so under the Education heading, select the two lines that start with University of Chicago and BA Magna Cum Laude. Alright, on the ribbon, click the Layout tab. In the paragraph group, in the spacing section, 8 points appears in the after box, indicating there is 8 points of space after each of the selected paragraphs. Alright, in the paragraph group, in the spacing section, click the after box down arrow twice. The value in the box changes to 0. Okay? And the extra space is removed between the selected paragraphs. Select the qualifications and the Education headings. On the Layout tab in the paragraph group in the spacing section, click the before box up arrow twice. This space above the selected paragraph increases to 12 points. Click anywhere in the second line, the line containing Brian's address. On the ribbon, click the Home tab. In the paragraph group, click the Line and Paragraph Spacing button. Right here. Okay? A menu of line spacing options appear with 2 paragraph spacing commands at the bottom. At the bottom of the menu, click Remove Space After Paragraph. The menu closes and the 8 points of space are removed after the selected paragraph. Now we want to switch to the cover letter document. Go to your view, go to switch, choose cover letter. Alright. Select the first 3 lines in the inside address. Okay. On the Home tab in the paragraph group, click the Line and Spacing Paragraph button. And click Remove Space After Paragraph. Okay. Click anywhere in the first paragraph, the first line in the return address, and then remove the space after it. Okay. Okay. Alright. We're going to talk some more about adjusting line spacing. Line spacing is the amount of space that appears between lines of text within a paragraph. Word offers a number of preset line spacing options. Paragraphs formatted with the 1.0 setting are called single-spaced. Single spacing allows the least amount of space between lines. Paragraphs formatted with 2.0 settings are called double space and have a blank line of space between each line of text in a paragraph. Alright, default line space setting is 1.08, which allows a little more space between lines than 1.0 spacing. Okay? 1.08 line spacing makes it easier to read text on a computer screen. Alright, to adjust our line spacing, on the Home tab on the ribbon in the Editing group, click the Select button and then click Select All. Okay, Control A does the same thing. Alright, on the Home tab in the Paragraph group, click the Line and Paragraph Spacing button right here. None of the line spacing commands have a check mark next to them. This is because the default line spacing setting of 1.08 is not an option here. On the menu, click 1.0. Spacing between the lines in each paragraph is changed to single spacing. Alright, aligning paragraphs. Normal paragraphs are left aligned. They are flush with the left margin and ragged or uneven along the right. Right aligned paragraphs are aligned along the right margin and ragged on the left. Paragraphs that are centered are positioned midway between the left and right margins and ragged along both margins. Justified paragraphs are flush with both the left and right margins. Text and newspaper columns often use justified. It shows an example of each one on page 292 in your book, Exhibit 10-16. Alright, at this point we're going to do some alignment changes. We are going to switch to our resume. At the top of the document, select the first 3 lines of text, Brian's name and contact information. Okay. On the ribbon on the Home tab, locate the Align Left button. Alright, we're going to click the Align Left button. In the paragraph group, it is shaded to indicate that it is now selected. On the Home tab in the paragraph group, click the Center button. Okay. The selected paragraphs are now centered horizontally on the page. Select the qualifications and the education headings. In the paragraph group, click the Align Right button. Okay. The Align Right button toggles on and the selected paragraphs are right aligned, as you can see on my screen, or compare it to Exhibit 10-17 in your book on page 293. In the paragraph group, click the Align Left button. Okay, which moves them back to the left. Okay, so that's how you can move items around. Okay. The next section talks about using tab stops. A tab stop is a location on the horizontal ruler where the insertion point moves when you press the tab key. Alright, tab stops are useful for aligning small amounts of data in columns and for positioning some of the text on a line so it's centered or right aligned while leaving the beginning of the line left aligned. Okay? If the Show Hide button is toggled on, you can see the non-printing tab character, which is a arrow to the right. Okay? We're going to scroll down so that the paragraph containing experience is at the top of the document window. Okay. In the line beginning with internship below the experience paragraph, click immediately before the word ZISC. Press the backspace key to delete the space. Press the tab key. The symbol for a tab character appears and the text after the tab character symbol moves so it is aligned at the next default tab stop, which is at the 1-inch mark. With the insertion point in the line that begins with internship on the horizontal ruler, click the 2-inch mark. A left tab stop is inserted at the location and the default tab stop to its left are removed. The text after the tab character shifts to the right and is left aligned at the 2-inch mark. Press the tab key again. The text shifts right to the next tab stop, which is the default tab stop at 2.5 inches. To the left of the horizontal ruler, click the tab selector. It changes to show the center tab style. Click the tab selector again. It changes to show the right tab style. On the horizontal ruler, click the 6-inch mark. A right tab stop is added to the ruler at the 6-inch mark, and the text after the second tab symbol shifts to the right so it is right aligned at the 6-inch mark. On the ruler, point to the right tab stop and then press and hold the mouse button. A dotted vertical line will appear. Okay. Drag the right tab stop to the right until it is on top of the small triangle marker at the 6.5. Okay. And then release the mouse. The right tab stop has been repositioned. After the 2-inch mark on the horizontal ruler, point to the left tab stop and then press and hold the mouse button and drag the pointer so the pointer is no longer on the ruler, and then let go of the mouse button. The left tab stop will be removed from the ruler. The text after the second tab in the current paragraph moves to the next line. This is because there are 2 tab characters in the line. The first tab in the line moves the text after it to the tab stop at the right margin, and the second tab in the line moves the text after it to the next tab stop. Okay? Click to the left of ZISC and then press the backspace key. The second tab character is deleted and the text after the only tab character in the line Right aligns properly if the right tab stop you inserted. Okay. Creating a bulleted list. Bulleted list is a group of related paragraphs with a symbol, such as a dot, dash, or other character that appears to the left of each paragraph. When you create a bulleted list, the bullet symbol is placed at the beginning of the paragraph, and a tab character is inserted between the bullet symbol and the text in the paragraph. Okay? Let's create a bulleted list. Scroll up so that qualifications is showing. Alright. Below the qualifications heading, select the 4 paragraphs beginning with highly motivated and ending with QuickBooks. Alright, on the Home tab in the paragraph group, click the bullet list right here. The bullets button is selected. Black circles appear as bullets before each selected paragraph, and the bulleted list is indented. In the paragraph group, click the bullets button arrow, and you get a gallery of bullet style options. Below the line starting with internship, oh, wait a minute, okay, I skipped this section. In the bullet library, select the gallery, point to the bullet styles to see a live preview of what it would look like if you change to those options. Look at your page as you scroll over them. Okay. In the bullet library section, click first shape in the second row. Round bullets are replaced with a new bullet item. Okay. Moving on to page 296. Below the line starting with internship, select the 4 paragraphs beginning with developed relationships through maintained, updated, existing customer. Okay, so right here. In the paragraph group, click the bullets button. Okay. The selected paragraphs are formatted as a bulleted list with a triangle symbol that you previously chose in the other list. Okay. Click anywhere in the document to deselect your text. So that, and then scroll to the qualifications heading at the top of the window and compare your screen to Exhibit 10-21 on page 296, or compare it to my screen here. Okay. Now we're going to create a numbered list. For a group of related paragraphs that have a particular order, such as steps in a process, you can use numbers instead of bullets to create a numbered list. Alright, so we're going to switch to our cover letter now. Okay. In the body of the letter below the 3rd paragraph, select the 3 paragraphs starting with verifying radio frequency. Alright, and through updating existing customer database. On the Home tab in the paragraph group, click the numbering button. Okay. Alright, you can do the drop down here, and again you get a gallery of your numbering formats. In the gallery, click the numbering style that shows Arabic numerals followed by a right parentheses. Okay, so your bullets are then updated to reflect that change. Alright, indenting paragraphs. We're going to switch back to our resume document. Okay. Below the internship line, click anywhere in the paragraph that begins with assisted the marketing manager. On the horizontal ruler, we're going to point to the left indent marker, which is the rectangle at the bottom. Okay, again, I'm sorry for the interruption. That's what happens when you work from home. Right here, we're in this paragraph, assisted the marketing manager. Right here on your horizontal ruler, the very bottom, the rectangle, if you hover over it, it tells you it's your left indent marker. Okay. Use the screen tip to make sure you are pointing to the correct section. While still pointing at the left indent marker, press and hold the mouse. A dotted vertical line appears over the document. Okay. Drag the left indent marker right to the 0.5 inch mark. Okay. Let go of the mouse. All three sections of the marker move when you drag the left indent marker. The entire paragraph containing the insertion point indents from the left 1/2 inch. Okay? Below the sales manager line, which is the first line below the bulleted list under internship, select the paragraph that begins manage staff of 5 cashiers. Okay. On the Home tab in the paragraph group, click the Increase Indent button. Right here is Increase and Decrease Indent. Okay. So we're going to increase our indent. Under Internship line, select the 4 items in the bulleted list. Okay. On the ruler, notice that the first line indent marker is at 0.25 inches. Okay. And the hanging indent marker is at 0.5. Paragraphs in bulleted list are formatted with a hanging indent. The first line of each of the selected paragraph is indented 1/4 inch, and for the item that is longer than one line, the second line will be indented at 1/2. In the paragraph group, click the Increase Indent button. Because the selected paragraphs are bulleted lists, they are indented 1/4 inch from their original position instead of 1/2. Now the bullet symbols are aligned with the indented paragraphs above the list. Okay, so we're going to go here and increase our indent. Okay, scroll down and indent the lines that begin Staff Sales Register 1/2 inch from the left margin. Okay. Now we're going to add a paragraph border. Okay, to do this, we're going to scroll so you can see the top of the page. Select Qualifications and Education. Okay. Including paragraph marks. Okay. Alright, so make sure your paragraph markers are included in that. On the Home tab in the paragraph group, we're going to click the Borders button arrow right here. A menu will appear. On this menu, click Top Border, and the menu will close. And a solid line, 1/2 point wide, black border appears above the selected paragraphs. The Borders button now shows the top border option right here. Okay. In the paragraph group, click the border button arrow again, and then click Borders and Shading. Borders and Shading dialog box will open with the Borders tab selected. Custom is selected in the settings list because the border is not applied to all 4 sides of the paragraph. The preview section shows the current settings. In the style list, click the down scroll arrow 6 times and then click the line style that shows a thick line with thin lines above and below it. So go to Style. We're going to click the down arrow 6 times. We're going to choose the thick line with a thin line above and below it. Click the color arrow. The same color palette will appear used when you change the font color. In the color palette under theme colors, click gray 50%, accent 3, darker 25%. Right down there. Okay. Click the width arrow and click 1.5 points. Okay. Do not close the dialog box yet. You still need to apply the selected border style. In the preview section, click the top of the paragraph. Solid black border is replaced with the triple line gray border. Below the preview section, the Apply to box contains paragraph indicating that the border will be applied to the entire paragraph, not just selected text. Alright, click OK. The dialog box closes and the borders above qualifications and education are changed to your new settings. Alright, adding paragraph shading. At the top of the document, select Brian T. Carter. On the Home tab in the paragraph group, click the Shading button arrow right here, and the color palette will appear. In the second row of variants under the theme colors, click gray 50%, accent 3, lighter 60%. Right here. Come on. Alright, right there. The color palette closes and the light gray shading is applied across the width of the page, the paragraph containing his name. Okay? We're going to now copy formats. We have what is called a format painter. It's a tool that allows you to copy formatting from one location to another, such as from one paragraph of text to another one. You can use the format painter to apply the copy formatting once or over and over again until you toggle it off. Alright, so to use format painting, we're going to select the qualifications paragraph, including the paragraph mark. Okay. On the Home tab in the clipboard group, we're going to click the Format Painter button. Right here, it's a paintbrush. Alright, we're going to click it. And then move the pointer on top of text in the document, but don't click on it. Alright, see how it changes to a paintbrush. Okay? Below the Education heading and above the Internship line, we're going to scroll down so I can see below Education and above Internship line, position the pointer to the left of the paragraph containing Experience. Alright. When my pointer changes, we're going to click. Alright, we have copied that formatting down to the next section. Alright, the font changes and the formatting is applied the same as qualifications. Experience now looks the same. The Format Painter button toggles off because we only set it to be used once. Alright, we're going to copy formatting applied to Experience to activities paragraph, which is 3 lines from the end of the document. So scroll up, and then under the experience heading, select the paragraph beginning with intern. Okay, copy my formatting from here. So we're going to do Format Painter. We're going to take this down here. We're going to go to Activities, and we're going to copy that. Okay, it didn't copy. Okay. Let's see. Let's try that one more time. We're going to select Experience. We're going to toggle on our Format Painter. We're going to go down here to Activity. And there we go. Now it took it. Okay. And change activities to match. We're going to scroll up, and then under Experiences heading, we're going to select the paragraph beginning with Internship, including the paragraph mark. Okay, so the line with Internship all the way across here, including the paragraph mark. We're going to double click Format Painter. Okay. Now then, below the bulleted list, drag all the way across the line beginning with Sales Manager. The formatting from the internship line will be copied. Notice on the ruler that the custom right tab you set was copied as well. Okay, it didn't copy my tab. Okay, once you have copied that formatting from internship to sales manager and sales clerk, okay, we need to go up here and turn our Format Painter back off. Just click on that button again, and it turns it off for us. Okay. Here, once I copied these, I went in there, took the space out. Let's just do that real quick. Okay, let's run through this real quick one more time. Okay, select this, hit Format Painter twice. Okay, Sales Manager still has it. We're going to go down here and apply it here as well, and then turn our Format Painter off. Here, we're going to go and delete the space here and hit a tab. Our custom tab stop is still there, so it works. We're going to go here at Sales Clerk and delete that space out, and then hit a tab and format that one as well. Use Format Painter to copy the formatting of the bulleted list under Internship to the 3 paragraphs under Sales Manager, beginning with Created New Training. So here, I'm going to use Format Painter again and copy it to here. Okay? Now then, using paste options. Alright, I'm going to actually stop this video here and pick up on page 302 in another video, just because this video is so long already that I think we need to break it up so that you guys are not sitting in one place for so very long. So I'm going to stop it here, and I'll pick up in a few minutes with the rest of this chapter.